Hey Gusman, I think I said your name right, but forgive me if I didn't. First of all, I just wanted to say that your paper was really good. Um, that was just one thing that I never thought about was whether um, cremation was biblical or not. Um, Overall, like I said, your paper was really good. I like that you incorporated scripture throughout the paper. Uh, sorry. Um, just kind of proving that it's not really specified in scripture whether cremation is a sin or not. But one of the first things I noticed was that your formatting of your paper was off. Um, I don't know if it's just the way it's saved when you um, turned it in, but it was all off. Like your on your table of contents page. Ooh, that's really bad. Sorry, but I did look at it on my iPad. Um, it just your formatting on your um, contents page was off. Like it was just all over the place instead of one right under the other. So it's really hard to see where your pages were, uh, and all the things like that. And then the page number for your contents page was on the page below. And just something else I noticed throughout your paper was that your page numbers were off too. But I know that's part of the formatting issue. Then on what I think is page 1, on your introduction where you mentioned Ecclesiastes 3:20, I like the reminder that we were all once dust, and that's where we'll return once we pass away. And so I really thank you for that reminder that we were once dust and we will return to dust. Something else I put on your paper was on what I think is page 2. Still on the introduction, you capitalized cremation just that one time, but there's really no need to capitalize that. Then you said on page 2 again, I think it's still page 2, where you said, however, according to a study by the Pew Research Center, the influence of religion in America has declined since the 21st century, with quote unquote nuns now accounting for 1/5 of the U.S. population. I underlined the word nuns, Nones. What did you mean by that? I was very confused as to what you meant when I read it. Then in your section of the history of cremation, the very first sentence where you said, historians believe there are some indications that cremation began in the Stone Age in Europe and the Near East. I thought that was really interesting. I've always liked history. I wouldn't say that I'm a history buff, but I do like learning about the past and history. So I do like that you put that in there. I do like that you I didn't put any comments on this part, but I do like that you referenced cremation in the Old Testament in 1 Samuel 31. I did like that and how you incorporated the Bible into helping prove your point for the paper. Then another formatting issue that I noticed on page 7, your first sentence, unless it's supposed to be the title of your next section, the part that says cremation in ancient religions, the Catholic Church, and Orthodox Judaism. I have that in parentheses and asked if wrote the question, is this line censored? I think that was the title of your subsection, but it's really hard to tell if that was a title or not. Then on page 8 in the second full paragraph, your sentence that says, in addition, rabbinical law prohibits cremation according to something. I don't really know what that abbreviation is, but I don't think that you needed to have put parentheses there. And then in your section that says cremation is a sin, when you were talking about the god Molech, you capitalized the word God where you didn't need to. That was the only place you did capitalize the word God when you were not talking about the Christian God. All other references to pagan gods were correctly uncapitalized, but that was the only pagan god where you capitalized the word God. Then I think the last part that I put on here was that your heading section, cremation does not preserve the body for the resurrection. Again, I don't know if it's just how it formatted itself when you saved it to turn it in. Your heading needs to be on the next page. You can't have your heading on your section heading on one page and then the section itself start on the next page. And that was all of it. So like I said, overall your paper was fantastic. I learned a lot from it. So good job. It was fabulous. Hope you have a great evening. Bye.